It's Peet and Reet Show, and we were talking with Dena Blizzard, Chardonnay Go. And I got to tell you something. I mean, all these apps, you know, they had Farmville that people were playing.
Candy Crush,
and then Pokemon Go, right? I mean, but you don't win anything. But with Chardonnay Go, you're going and you're finding glasses of Chardonnay. It's the best.
Oh my gosh. I wish it was actually real. I do. I'd love to run down the street and grab a glass. It'd be great.
Now, Dena, I mean, people see it and you're really, really funny and it's going crazy. You're what, over 21 million now, is that correct?
Yeah.
I mean, but they have to understand that you're actually a professional. You are a professional stand-up. How'd you get started in that?
I had 2 kids and I was turning 30 and I was pretty sure I was going to die. Like, for whatever reason, 30 hit me hard, and I had said to my husband, the only thing left I wanted to do is try stand-up. So he bought me a comedy class in Northeast Philly, and it was horrible, but I loved it. And so I kept going and slowly kind of made my way up the ranks. And but it was funny because for a long time, everyone kept saying, you really should stop talking about motherhood and kids. Like, why don't you talk about like dating or subways? And I was like, well, I think my husband would be upset about the dating. So it was a long time. You know, every comic has such a different path. And, you know, for a long time I was told, stop talking about motherhood. Like, it's too much. And I was like, but there are millions of women who are going crazy. And so, you know, it really took a lot for me to just kind of stay on my path and do the thing that compelled me. And so now, you know, I had written a show called One Funny Mother 8 years ago, and we've toured it around the country, and we're currently off Broadway. And, you know, we're like the little show that could. We're just kind of surviving off of word of mouth and, you know, saying to moms, like, you're going to be okay. Like, there are so many moms at the end of the day who feel like failures and feel like there's nothing funny. And we love when people leave our show and their face is hurt, and, you know, it's nice. I feel like for us, it was what I'm meant to be doing. So I feel really lucky to be doing it.
You started out, or at one point in your career, you were warm-up comedian for Anderson Cooper, right?
Yes, he's my boyfriend. He doesn't like to talk about it. But I was. So for a lot of people don't know what a warm-up is, but for every show that has a live audience, there's a comedian that will kind of come and talk to the audience. And so I kind of fell into it, and I was there for 3 years, and I loved the job, and I really learned how to talk to people with no scripts and really no net. It just was you and an audience. And so, you know, a lot of the improv that we do in all of our videos just kind of came from learning how to just trust yourself and talk. And so it was this great experience and this great talent that you kind of honed from it. But I got to the point where I was like, you know, I have this show in my closet in the basement that I wrote, so maybe I should bring that out. And so I quit my job 3 years ago, and we said we're going to take it back out on the road. And, you know, it was always with this idea that I feel like, you know, there hasn't been a great female voice for women, moms, specifically since Roseanne and Brett Butler with Grace Under Fire. And I just feel like now is the time that, you know, we need to be hearing it. So it's been great. You know, however people find us, if it's through Chardonnay Go, then that's fabulous, or any of our other ridiculous videos. But it's a fun time.
Now, in Rita's case, I mean, Jim made it big, but their funny was family. Rita's funny. Your dad was the funniest. How about in your family?
I think my sister is the funny one. Like, if you were to ask our family, my sisters, I'm actually the shy one in my family, if you can believe that. I'm the most toned down of my family. So, but my sisters have like real jobs. One's a nurse and one's a teacher, and so they're appropriate at work, and I get to be inappropriate and drink Chardonnay while running through my neighborhood.
And you didn't get arrested doing that, which is amazing.
Yeah, and they don't care in my town. They're like, okay, that's just Dena being Dena. They don't care. So.
Well, thanks so much for being with us, Dena, on the Peet and Reet Show. Much success to you in the future.
Yeah, and you know what? They said that you look like Eva Longoria and Sandra Bullock, and I didn't see it, but now when you're looking at her now, see, she does. She actually, and you even sound like Sandra Bullock.
You know, it's so funny. People have told me that my whole career, and I said, you know what? I just want to be famous enough where at some point somebody walks up to Sandra Bullock and says, you know, you look exactly like that Chardonnay Go girl. What's her name? Dena Blizzard. That's all I want. At some point, someone should say it to her because I've heard it a million times. So somebody needs to say it to Sandy. So.
Okay,
Now,
we'll send it to her.
We've also heard rumor, too, that your show might be coming up to Canada. We look forward to that.
Yes, we've gotten calls from all over the world of people saying, when are you coming to Australia? When are you coming to Paris? But yeah, it looks like Canada actually might come together. So I've already visited Niagara Falls 2 summers ago, and I loved it. Your taxes on food are a little outrageous, so we're going to need to talk about it.
Yeah, we agree.
We agree.
Dena, thank you so much. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and just keep us laughing out here because we're having a great time.
Chardonnay.
Cheers.
Woo!
Chardonnay. We found some. See you next time on the Peet and Reet Show.